Welcome, welcome. So I posted this on my Instagram stories the other day and I got a few messages from you guys asking, what's your skincare routine? And so I ended up doing a poll showing a nice little close-up of my face and made sure that you guys actually wanted to see my skincare routine based on how my real skin looks. And most of you guys said yes. So it's just gonna be kind of fun because I don't do this kind of stuff on my YouTube channel, and it's gonna be different, breaking up the day, you know what I mean? Breaking up the videos. Let's roll. So this is my nighttime skincare routine throughout the week. It's a little bit different every single day. I also have some wrinkle prevention tips because I am 30 years old. But first, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. And now let's jump in, first starting with wrinkle prevention tips. Then we'll jump into the routine, and then we'll end with one more wrinkle prevention tip. Pow, pow, pow. Just to preface, I know I don't have perfect skin. I've got freckles, I've got bumps on my forehead from wearing this gross hat that I wear when I take my dogs out. There's definitely still issues that I have to correct. I'm not claiming that I have perfect skin at all. It's a work in progress, but what I've been doing has been working. You should start thinking about this in your teens, if you are in your teens. This is why I don't have forehead wrinkles or other wrinkles elsewhere on my face, because I followed these tips, because my loving mother gave me these tips when I was young and I listened. And same with my other sisters, they also listened. Okay, ready? So wrinkle prevention tip number one. This is really mostly effective if you are young enough and haven't already developed deep lines in your face. Pay attention. Think about this every day, okay? If you don't want to have to spend a ton of money on injections, listen up. Okay, never ever do these things with your face. Okay, we don't need to be surprised at anything that often, okay? Save this for special occasions. Again, with this, don't do this. I understand that one's really hard to do. I have light eyes and it's really sunny here in California, so that was one that I struggled with when I was young, but luckily my mom pointed it out enough that I would pay attention and not do it. By the way, my mom was very loving about it. She was looking out for us girls, okay? So that we don't have to do a bunch of work to our faces as we get older. So don't do that. Basically, just don't do any crazy stuff with your face on a regular basis. Wear sunglasses and just pay attention to this area. You don't need to use it that much. Wrinkle prevention tip number two. Drink water, build up the habit of drinking water. I've talked about this in one of my latest videos, my 11 line abs video. I know if you don't like it, it's hard, but I talk about that in that video because I used to not like water. Hydration is so important for your skin. If you're not hydrated, you're gonna see all these little fine lines. Your face is gonna look dull. Happens to me all the time, especially in winter. Hydration is so important. Wrinkle prevention tip number three, make sure to eat your micronutrients, your vitamins and minerals. I'm just gonna show a list of videos that I talk about this in, how to get them, why they're important, but basically they have a direct impact on how your organs work, and your skin is an organ. It is the largest organ. So what you eat has a direct impact on how your skin looks. And it is best to eat your micronutrients rather than take a supplement because they are far more potent in your foods, like your whole foods specifically, not processed foods. We're talking whole foods, but anyway, just check out those videos that I talked about. Now for the actual routine. So it's really short, really simple. I've really just stepped up my skincare routine, adding in a few extra ingredients than what I was doing prior for like literally my whole 20s. So now that I'm 30, I'm like, I gotta do a little bit more. So here we go. We're gonna start with step number one. I'm going in with Paula's Choice Moisture Boost One Step Face Cleanser. I used to not use a face cleanser. I used to just use basic soap, whatever soap I had, and that's really fine, but this just feels so creamy and yummy, and I really like using it let's get to washing. So I'm not doing this in the bathroom because I just have the worst lighting in my bathroom. And I don't have a ring light like everybody else. So this is what we're doing. But it's so nice and creamy. Okay, mostly worried about not getting in anything on the floor, you know what I mean? So it's probably not gonna be the most thorough face wash, but boy, does it feel so nice. I love washing my face. It's like one of the most enjoyable things to do at night. Yeah, look at all that makeup that came off. So I had some foundation, like some sunscreen foundation on. Always dab. Okay, moving on to step number 2. Back in the day, I would buy different skincare stuff and I was like, skincare is stupid, it doesn't work, it doesn't do anything. But that's because you have to slough off the dead layer of skin first with something like a chemical exfoliant, not something like a harsh scrub, like say a walnut scrub. Apparently that creates a bunch of micro tears and eventually is going to cause more damage to your skin than actually be helpful. I've done these in the past. Cut that out. Going in with this BHA from Paula's Choice. Again, I'm using a lot of Paula's Choice products. I'm not affiliated with them, not sponsored, don't have a discount code for you guys, I got nothing, but I really like their products. I've used this in the past to spot treat for acne, but now I use it kind of all over. So I'm just gonna use a cotton pad, put a decent amount on here, just nicely get it on my face. So the instructions on the bottle say to use it once or twice a day. I cannot use it once or twice a day. If I do, my skin gets red, bumpy, flaky, and then when I put other products on, it burns and stings, and your products should not burn and sting your face. So I do think that their instructions are a little bit misleading and they really should kind of specify by skin type or like sensitive versus not sensitive. I have very sensitive skin. I can only use the BHA once a week. Yeah, so just start small, build up if you're gonna use a chemical exfoliant like this. Also, make sure to avoid your eye area. Don't get too close. This or any of the products that I'm using today, if they get anywhere close to my eyes, they look puffy, wrinkly, doesn't do great things. So just avoid that area, but just get everywhere else, even including your neck. Another thing that this does is unclogs your pores, which is why back in the day I used it as a spot treatment for acne, and it would work in literally a day or two. Like it would get rid of my acne in a day or two. I was like, this stuff is magic, but I never really thought to use it all over my face so that I can just get rid of everything. As you age, your pores get bigger and they sag, and I was like, I did not know that about the aging process. So that was just a shocker to me. And I could see that my pores were getting bigger. So I was like, I need to do something about that. So that's part of what the BHA does. And then on top of that, I also use some niacinamide. So this is again from Paula's Choice. I think the main thing it does is reduce your pores. Only use like half a vial. So I'm just putting it in my hands and then dabbing it in. So honestly, I feel like this has done magic. Like these are probably the 2 most important things that I've done to help my skin with just unclogging, getting rid of bumps as much as possible. And it says that it evens skin tone. I think both of these are supposed to even your skin tone too. I have like a lot of redness, I've got freckles, like so I don't know, I think it might be helping that area as well. Not as significant as it does with the pores though. That is huge. I can use this baby every single day to keep my pore size down, and no irritations, no weird side effects for me. So the BHA is usually once a week, maybe twice a week on my forehead, because I wear a gross hat when I take the dogs out, which I just need to clean my hat, but it causes these bumps on my forehead. And yeah, so I sometimes do it twice, but really I should just clean my hat. I alternate between these 2 retinol products. Now, every skincare person says you need to use retinol, but to be honest, I do not know how effective these are on my skin. I definitely noticed the BHA, I definitely noticed the niacinamide, but the retinol, I just don't know. But retinol is supposed to target deep wrinkles and also firm your skin, or at least make it look firmer. Two different products that I have. One is a 1% retinol treatment with peptides and vitamin C. And then the other one is just a barrier repair moisturizer with retinol. So it's not super retinol, it just has retinol in it. But because I use the BHA, I'm just gonna go in with a slightly less intense version. So I'm gonna go in with the barrier repair moisturizer using 2 little pumps. And let's rub this on my face. So again, I just rub it in my hands because if I start somewhere else, I can't get the product enough everywhere. If I just start one area and spread it around, it just makes it easier this way. Another tip I learned a while ago, if you don't want a turkey neck, go up and moisturize, you know, moisturize and move upwards, not dragging your skin again. We're just going up nice and gently. So I think that's good. Now we're gonna go in and lock everything in, keep our face hydrated overnight when we go to sleep, and it's controversial. So I had no idea that this was even a thing. It's all over TikTok, at least that I've seen. I've been doing this for years, since my early 20s, and I don't know, like 6 or 7 years. And at first I was, you know, hesitant to put this on my face because there's a lot of, you know, conflicting opinions, not facts, out there about whether or not this is good for your skin or not. I've looked into this thoroughly. It is called slugging. I didn't know it had a name, but it has a name. It's called slugging, and it's just Vaseline, petroleum, petrolatum. There's a lot of different names for it. It literally just sits on top of your skin, which acts kind of like silicone. So if you ever have used like silicone patches or anything, basically it just creates a microclimate on your face, keeping everything hydrated. I put it on my eyelashes, my eyebrows, then I put it all over my hands once I got it on my eyes, because we don't want to spread that product on our eyes, so we're not going to touch our eyes anymore. I literally just put it all over my face and on my neck. I go to bed, I wake up, it's still on my face because again, it doesn't soak in unless you're like wiping your face with your pillow. So yeah, just putting this all over my face up into even close to my hairline, but of course, you don't want to get it like in your hair because then you'd have to wash your hair because it's very greasy. Completely ran out of storage, so didn't get to film the rest of the video, but luckily that was the end of the skincare routine. And I think I'm going to include the last wrinkle prevention tip in my morning skincare routine, so stay tuned for that.